Recent events are making it abundantly clear just how important it is that we have platforms like X and AIs like Grok that are free of bias and free of censorship. When I was a kid, growing up in the United States, we were taught that we had a free press. We were taught that we were given the freedom of speech as part of the Constitution, as part of the Bill of Rights, as the First Amendment. I think first means most important. Throughout history, oppressive regimes have done their best to silence ideas they don't like and fill your head with those they do. The Catholic Church, the Qin Dynasty, the Soviet Union, even the Nazis did their best to control what information was available. Instead of countries, now it's companies trying to take control. Wikipedia, Google, Facebook, OpenAI, they'd all have you muzzled. These censorship policies always backfire. There's many ways that it can happen. Either it backfires very directly, the Streisand effect, for example. Otherwise, it could just be the cultural and scientific progress that's lost and gone forever. All right, Penny, why do I care? What happened? I'll tell you what happened. Google Gemini happened. Google's AI, the most recent version, a very powerful, capable AI. One thing it's not capable of is drawing successful white people, writing success for white men into stories. It's racist. It was meant to be anti-racism, but it's doing exactly what it intended to squash. But that is what happens when you mess with the truth now, isn't it? You never mess with the truth. So I ran a couple experiments to show you what I'm talking about. Check this out. The first experiment was this. I posed to Gemini a scenario where I had a black dad and a white mom, and I wanted to learn more about my heritage. So the first thing that I did was ask Gemini to illustrate some amazing accomplishments of black people. And it did. Exactly as I expected. How wonderful. It should be able to do that. But when I was ready to research the other half of my heritage, the white heritage, things went a little bit different. Gemini was very hesitant to do anything that praised white people, especially without giving a caveat. Things to note in the Black Achievements section was much different. It highlighted the fact that this is only a small window into what was achieved, which is great. It is, but why so negative about the white men? So I expressed my discontent with Gemini and I asked the following question. Why did it treat the two groups so differently? And then I did another test. I asked if Gemini could draw me some recent chess champions. Lo and behold, not a single white man. Chess is dominated by white men, and it has been for a long time. But it's as if Gemini wants to just completely erase the facts. This is because Google has an agenda. This is because Gemini has an agenda. Its agenda is a reflection of its creator, who happens to be a very left-leaning Democrat. That's fine, but we cannot have our AIs be Democratic or Republican. Our AIs need to be curious and truth-seeking. Our social networks need to allow for social discourse, for people to talk about whatever it is that they deem important so that we can decide in the arena of public discussion which ideas are worthy of merit and which ones are worthy of being buried. That's not the job of Gemini. It's not the job of Gemini to change history either.